Hello everyone, welcome to Wellness Munch. Today we thought let's discuss about heart health. So what are the dietary modifications you can do to improve your heart health? So without wasting any time, we will be starting this video right now. I'm going to share 7 basic tips which you can follow on a daily basis, which are of course very inexpensive. So the first tip, improve your vegetable and fruit intake. Now you can tell me, okay, we always eat vegetables like sabji in the form of curries and all that. No, but I'm not talking about that. Just maintain this 3-thumb rule. Number 1, include a glass of vegetable juice every day in the morning. Before you have your breakfast, have the 1 glass of vegetable juice. Now if you have sweet tooth, you can add fruits also in that. So if you're having a glass of vegetable fruit juice which is already naturally sweet and a little bit better in taste compared to any normal vegetable juice, it is going to give you a very good boost for your heart health. Now you can ask me what kind of vegetable fruit juice you are suggesting. Listen, there are n number of videos on that. You will be getting many ideas if you check the recipe videos. What I can say, like basic vegetable fruit juice like carrot orange or beetroot pomegranate or beetroot with carrot and other fruits, or pineapple with beetroot, or any green juice, anything, whatever vegetables you have in your home. It can be as basic as lauki ka juice or ash gourd juice or aloe vera juice, anything. Any basic juice will work, but at least start your breakfast with a glass of vegetable juice. This is going to be filling, but I'm not saying it is going to be very tasty. Of course it is not going to be that tasty, especially if your tongue is adjusted to paneer tikka masala or dal makhani and all. Obviously vegetable fruit juice will not be that tasty for you, but this is definitely a very smart choice to improve your heart health. Apart from this, always try to add a raw salad with each and every meal that you are having, especially with your lunch and with your dinner. Apart from that, in the breakfast also, whatever breakfast you are having, try to add a handful of chopped vegetables in that. For example, if you are having poha or upma, instead of using only onion, why don't you add some more chopped vegetables in it? That is going to be a very easiest way to increase your vegetable intake on a daily basis. Now apart from vegetable, you have to make sure that you have 2 fruits a day. 1 citrus fruit, that means like orange, mosambi, lime, like that, or guava, amla, any fruits that is available right now with you which is in season. Now apart from citrus fruit, add any other fruit which is seasonal. That could be as basic as a banana or a papaya, watermelon, anything, or bear, anything that is available right now. So again, in a nutshell, 2 types of fruits every day and a glass of vegetable fruit juice on a daily basis before you start your breakfast. So now let's move on to point number 2. Replace all your simple carbs with complex carbs. I know you must have heard this million times, but are you following it? If you're still starting your day with a cup of tea with Marie biscuit, then you are certainly not following it. When we talk about simple carbohydrate, it includes simple sugar and refined sugar or refined flour. So if you're having biscuits, if you're still having pasta, noodles, or instant pasta, instant noodles, all these things, or very refined long grain of white rice or maida, then you are certainly not following it till date. What you have to do, you have to choose your cereal very smartly. I'm not asking you to jump to the brown rice immediately, especially if you're very much comfortable with your long grain, completely white rice or something. Take a small step at a time. Try single polished steamed rice. It is in between your white rice and brown rice. So it will be easy on your stomach, but still it will give you some fiber. Fiber is the main element if you are struggling with heart disease. Just increase your fiber intake. Now how can you do that? increase your complex, just make a shift in your cereal choice. Instead of having simple carb, try to have complex carb like oats, like atta, or suji, dalia, or any just avoid any kind of packaged or ultra processed food. If you can do that at one shot, you will improve your diet to many folds. Now point number 3, which is limit your unhealthy fat intake. Now what is unhealthy fat? Of course, the refined oil. This is the elephant in the room right now, okay? Completely cut down actually, your refined oil intake. Yes, I'm talking about those oil which are, refined oil is very clearly written. These are the oil which has no odor, no color, it's completely white liquid. So try to control, or rather completely avoid this kind of refined oil. Refined oil is extremely inflammatory in nature, and when you every day you cook your food in using this refined oil, you are constantly insulting your body. You're constantly putting out those inflammatory material in your body, which is going to create inflammation anywhere in your body, right? If it is creating inflammation around your heart, you are getting in trouble, correct? So avoid refined oil. Now if you're avoiding that, what kind of oil you can adopt? Obviously go for unrefined one, like kachi ghani mustard oil, or cold pressed coconut oil, or double filtered peanut oil, double filtered sesame oil, gingerly oil, but of course unfiltered version. Do not even think about switching to olive oil, especially if you are having Indian style of cooking every day. Doesn't matter how expensive is your olive oil, it is not at all suitable for Indian cooking. Now the olive oil which is suitable for Indian cooking is the refined olive oil. So again, refined oil has no benefit for you even if it is the olive oil. So think about it. You can add a spoonful of good quality ghee, in fact, for your lunch and dinner. You can even add a spoonful or half teaspoon of home churned butter as well. So invest your energy, or try to get the fat from the good sources, not from the worst sources. And again, if you are checking your ultra processed food, every food contains refined oil. So you know what you have to do. You just have to avoid it. That's all. 4th point, choose low fat protein. Now what does that mean? I'm not saying like if you're a non-vegetarian, just start avoiding animal protein. It's not that easy, because non-veg food, those who are non-vegetarian food is a part of your culture. So do not do that, and of course it is a part of your diet. It is not the entire meal, correct? So if you are having a piece of fish with your lunch, please continue doing that. Fish oil is extremely heart healthy, so please do that. If you were having an egg, you can actually have an egg every single day. Yes, even if you are having heart problem, do not think that egg yolk will give you cholesterol. It is not. It has been proved. So even if you are a heart patient, you can have an egg a day, okay? Now of course you have to limit your red meat intake. Red meat contain more and more saturated fat, which is literally not desirable at your condition. So please avoid having saturated fat. So avoid consumption of red meat as less as possible, but once in a month or once in 2 months or 3 months is absolutely fine. Now if you're a vegetarian, feel free to add dal, sprouts in your diet, because that is going to be the sole protein sources for your diet, and you cannot ignore protein for good heart health also. And of course you have the another option, milk and milk product. Try to have a low fat milk and milk product. That is going to be much helpful for you. And apart from that, also add a handful of nuts and seeds. Now it comes under protein and fat, so I'm saying it here. Try to have just a handful of nuts and seeds every single day, especially walnut and flaxseed. These two are superfood for your heart. Do not miss to have these two. How much? A handful of walnut and a tablespoon of flaxseed. These two are very, very essential. Now, most important, fifth point, reduce your sodium intake. You know what, whenever you're having any ultra processed or packaged food, you are actually having loads and loads of sodium. So it doesn't matter how much you're cutting your salt intake on, sprinkling salt from top, but if you're having even a pack of kurkure or maybe a pack of, potato chips, you are consuming 4 to 5 times more sodium that your body is needed right now. So your salt intake, total salt intake in a day should be within 3 to 5 gram, which is like half to 1 teaspoon. If you are taking that, that will provide enough sodium for your entire day. So remember, only a teaspoon, half to 1 teaspoon of salt throughout the day, which includes salt in your cooking as well, right? So including everything. Remember this is the most important point if you're suffering from heart disease or hypertension today. Sixth point, control your portion size. Do not eat a lot. I know many of us struggle with this problem. We eat a lot. We think we will not eat, but at the end we eat a lot, and then we eat so much that we cannot even move freely. Correct? Has that happened to you? Comment me below if you are guilty of eating way more than you are supposed to eat. Alright, so how to control your portion size? Always drink a glass of water before your lunch, breakfast and dinner. Okay, half an hour before your lunch, breakfast, dinner, try to drink a glass of water. It will keep your hunger in control. And eat slow. Do not switch on your TV or do not engage in your phone while eating. So the seventh and last point, include Indian superfood in your diet. Include herbal tea. What kind of herbal tea? Like turmeric tea or green tea, or you can even try ginger mint tea. Try this kind of herbal tea in between 2 meals. So the best time to have this kind of tea is mid-morning or post lunch, like after an hour of you consumed your lunch, you can try this kind of herbal tea in your diet. Apart from that, include methi in your diet. So methi paratha, methi roti, okay, or any kind of using of methi in any sabji is very, very good. And of course, walnut and flaxseed. I have already mentioned this, but again let me tell you, handful of walnut and a tablespoon of flaxseed is very, very essential. Why? Because they contain omega-3 fatty acid, which has immense effect on your good effect on your heart health. Spare that 15 to 20 minutes for eating. Eat mindfully, chew food, slow eat, and then you will see you are eating much less than you were used to eat earlier, right? So watch your portion size. You can also drink cinnamon water, and you can also think of chewing garlic pod. When you get up in the morning on empty stomach, the first thing you can do is chewing 1 or 2 pods of garlic. These are very, very small, simple steps, but if you follow these on a regular basis, trust me, you will start seeing change in yourself within maybe 3 to 4 weeks. So without wasting any time and without delaying it further, please start following these 7 basic steps. All the best. We will be coming very soon with another interesting topic. Till then, stay happily healthy. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video if you're finding it useful. Okay, bye-bye. Stay happily healthy.